Going to try and record some unboxing videos here. Don't know how this is going to work out. Dogs occasionally go crazy. Lighting, camera, whatever. There's a million things that can go wrong with these videos, and not a lot that often goes 100% the way you expect it. The first item up for bid today, the first item in the pile, comes to me from an eBay purchase. I think we have, yeah, toward the side open enough here. Okay, much better. Yeah, so as you would expect, this is a first edition of the Victory Games Gulf Strike game. Gulf Strike is still used as a touchstone of professional game designers when they look at modeling things that happen in the Aegean and the Red Sea, the Arabian Sea, that kind of thing. This entire series of by Victory Games is well known for its mechanics. And I can see that the box, it's not ideal. It's not ideal here. The top of the box has been taped in some way to the bottom. And part of the bottom here is taped. It looks like, the top is not horrible, but I do not like the fact that it was taped. And here you've got some shipping tape on the back. But, solitaire playability is about halfway. Complexity is fairly high. That's fine by me. I don't mind a bit of complexity as long as it's not completely simulationist. First edition Gulf Strike, I don't know what the comparison is with the second edition. So that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is just looking at the condition. And yeah, it looks like these documents, a little bit of aging. Definitely a little bit of, grandpa's basement kind of thing going on. I don't detect a smoker. I do detect that it was left somewhere where, it's been exposed to maybe a little bit of mildew smell. The maps are in great condition. Oh boy, this is fantastic to me. One-sided maps. This one looks like it's let's get some more space here. This one looks like it is the main part of Pakistan and Afghanistan. Oh boy, yeah. Wonder what this could be applied to. And here it looks like we've got USSR versus Iran versus US versus Saudi and Iraqi assets that can be put up here to kind of tee them up. Yeah, there's a precedence key for terrain. I imagine that takes place when you're moving from one type to another. Let's take a look at this other map here. Oh, there's a ton of maps. Oh, wow. Okay, now I'm excited. More maps, mo fun. More maps, more fun. This has got Karg Island. Played a lot of Microprose simulations. F117 and what was it? F19 was the game that Microprose came out with before the F117 was declassified. Yeah, so this is dealing with the Qatar, Saudi Arabia, trying to get through the Hormuz, Straits of Hormuz kind of situation up near Iran. Basra, Kuwait. That's in great shape. And then we've got a strategic map here, so-called, that's got even India included. So wow, there's a supply point strategic game that looks like it can go on. Diego Garcia is in here. Quite a lot in this box. Wow, just so much keeps coming out of the box here. Okay, now I do feel like it's Christmas. Now we're looking at northern Iran, going up toward the USSR border, Caspian Sea. There's a ton of road networks on this thing too. That's incredible. Okay, so let's look at these counter sheets and try not to punch them out yet. Of course, what I'll do is I'll probably scan these. And then leave the original counters unpunched. Seems to be my modus operandi. Yep, these are some kind of strategic markers. First chem use marker. Yep, some of this stuff is familiar to me from playing other victory games. Oh, these counters want to come out of the box right now. I just touched them and they almost popped out. They want to leap onto the table. They want to be played. Looks like somebody has punched a few here of the air assets. And yeah, I'm very impressed with the quality of the counters too. Quite a lot of detail that you can see. Yeah, a couple of air counters came out here. Not much else. Okay, let's just get these out of the way. So not completely pristine, but pretty dang close to pristine as far as the maps and counters. And then the counter tray is a-okay. Yeah, so this is the rules of play. So this must be the quick reference sheet, so to speak. Some tables, supply example, example zone of control, air to ground combat example. So this has some examples inside of it. Random political events. It's an insert, terrain effects chart, ground combat resolution, formation effects, true quality effects matrix. Okay, so maybe an insert was an addition to this, but the main rules are pretty hefty here. They have very little smell to them, so these seem to be in much better shape than the an insert. Looks like 60 pages of goodness, mostly black and white and red. Not seeing any other colors, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, high amount of complexity, I guarantee, is in this game. But because it is a touchstone of professional military design, even to this day, I think it's well worth the study, and that's why I went to eBay and got a copy of this. And again, my eBay finds, I look for higher quality and unpunched counters if I can, as well as replayability, numerous scenarios, yada yada. Older is always better for me. That's why I went with first edition, even though there were plenty of second editions out there. My thinking is always that the designer's intent is, it's closest to the designer's intent with the first edition. And even though there will likely be some things that are wonky or not well explained, or mechanics that may be a little out of balance, I would rather see that stuff, because I learn just as much from mistakes as I do from a well-polished and completed game. That's why I like so much these early edition rules like WRG versions 1 and 2 and 1973 drafts for original Dungeons and Dragons, second edition chainmail instead of third. I'm constantly going closer to the source material all the time. That's who I am. Hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. Have a great